Today we're going to today I'm gonna do some first impressions on iOS 12 and how things are just um how my how things are just going with iOS 12 so far. So I now have iOS 12 beta on the iPhone. My decision is that I will not get iOS 12 on the iPad until beta 3 or 4. For a few reasons, which I'm not really gonna get into because I'm not really gonna get into them right now. So iOS so if you guys haven't watched my brief conversation on iOS 12 video, I mentioned a few things. Support for all devices and in beta 1, Skype wasn't working and stuff like, certain apps weren't really working. So I'm here to give you an update and basically what I think of the version so far. So Apple has done a great job, in my opinion. And obviously, updates like 3, 6, 9, 12, they're not really big updates. So of course, you don't expect much from them. But I would say the first thing I want to talk about is Skype. So support for Skype has been brought to iOS 12 now. So in iOS 12 beta 1, Skype was not available. Like, you can't open Skype. So Skype for iPhone in iOS 12 beta 2, Skype for iPhone and Skype for iPod Touch work. Skype for iPad does not work. Now, I know this from somebody else telling me this. So Skype for iPad, so those of you who are iPad users who are on beta, Skype for iPad does not work. But Skype for iPhone and iPod does work. However, there is a solution where you can airdrop the app. If you have airdrop enabled, you can airdrop from your iPhone or iPod to your iPad. So you technically have Skype for iPhone on your iPad, which I guess is cool. And honestly, Skype, Microsoft never really updated Skype for tablets and computers anyway. And I have no idea. Microsoft is really being lazy when it comes to updates. They don't care about computers and iPad and tablets and stuff like that. They just don't care. They're just lazy. But whatever. So Skype for iPhone and iPod have been fixed. The battery life application, so the application that I mentioned about 2-3 months ago, that application is messed up. I will show you, so that application is messed up. Back in iOS 12 beta 1, there was basically every device that had battery life installed showed a wear level of 100% and a battery capacity of 0%. Now it's the exact opposite. Now it shows 0% wear level and 100% capacity, but even that is not perfect. So there is a warning on the app. I don't know if you guys who are on iOS 12 right now and are using battery life, there's a warning that pops up, and the warning is basically saying that it's not currently supported. The app, they haven't fully updated for the software yet. So they're actually working on fixing that so that they can get their app back up and running. So right now, battery life is still messed up. So the battery life on my iPhone is totally messed up now. Skype works, so at least that's something. So Skype works, but the battery life is not going to work is totally messed up. And I'm hoping that the developers can actually get the app back up to its feet and get it running properly again. Cuz right now the app is not working. Now I haven't tried much with iOS 12, but because it's beta, right at the end of the third page on my app, on my home screen, there's the feedback app. So they've already got it installed for me. They already have the feedback app. Screen time. Okay, I have not tried that feature, and honestly, like every time I get a new iOS update, the first thing I do is explore. Like usually, I don't usually, keep in mind, I don't usually get betas. Usually I always wait till the public version, but the only reason why I'm getting betas is because all my friends have betas now. So,
YouTube, now, new from Lemon Lemons, The Potato and the Gentleman Part 4.
Okay, I'll go see that later. Anyway, so I usually if I get a new software update, I like to explore. Meaning I always want to know. I'm always wondering, especially with big updates, I'm always wondering, I wonder what new features there are. But as far as I'm concerned, in settings, stuff have been moved around. So Control Center is now in between. So Control Center has been moved, which also means sounds is Siri and search. Sounds is no longer before Siri and search. So sounds has been moved. Control Center has been moved. And a few other things that I can't really say off the top of my head anymore. I just explored settings before recording this video. So I am recording this video with a phone that's running iOS 12 right now. Anyway, another thing is, so the voiceover voice that I'm using, the pronunciation has been corrected in a few things. So it used to, when I was on iOS 11.4, it used to say emergency SOS for emergency SOS. It can say that properly now. What else? And a few other words. Pronunciation has been corrected. Now, because I've never really used Beta 1 just because of the Skype problem, and I kind of need Skype because, you know, not everybody has iMessage and whatnot, so. Anyways, guys, that's basically my, update and first impression of iOS 12.